Hi, gig people. This is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. I hope you can hear me. I've had nothing but microphone problems. Honest to God, I can't. It's just been crazy. Anyway, another little adventure. Um, and I don't know how you are with your gig work, but I have followed no tip, no trip from the start. I think the customer tilts their hand at you to show you exactly how much he, she, it values your service. And so best to avoid. You know, tipping in this new e-commerce economy is totally different, but still the same as tipping in a restaurant, tipping your the person that cleans your room if you're in a hotel, motel, all of those sort of things. You know how we grew up doing tips and expecting, where we're supposed to tip. And so today, doing gig work, we, we see how the tipping world has transferred into a new world. And, you know, I was watching Pedro and he was talking about Todd not tipping. And it is funny because a lot of non tippers do have the attitude that, hey, they're making their $4 from, the order itself, driving to Dunkin' Donuts, waiting for them to put it in a bag and waiting for all of the people in Dunkin' Donuts that pull that order together, getting the order, driving in traffic to bring them to motel, no-tell motel, and give them their $40 worth of Dunkin' Donuts starter, on their vacation in the morning, and that we shouldn't get a tip because that $4 covered all of our work. And these people, yes, they're ignorant, yes, they're idiots, and as Pedro said, they're clowns. And so, it's funny, this guy Todd, he named him Todd, I loved it. And the whole deal was that that Clown USA, it was a very funny video. Pedro, DoorDasher, if you want to look it up. Anyway, and today is the 28th. I think he did it about a week ago. It said July 19th, I think. And so I grew up, working in the world of tips. I live on Cape Cod. It's a customer service industry. And so I'm very familiar with waiting on tables. You don't know what you're going to get until the end. Whereas in this e commerce economy of gig life, the tip sometimes, or we only take those that are exposed at the beginning. They're throwing in the tip like when I do Instacart. The tip shows before we get in our car and drive to that store and get the grocery cart and begin shopping. Yes, it's a little bit of a flip, and that's how it goes. But those people that don't get the services that they want when they have gig workers because they don't put a tip and they think they'll put it afterwards, they're going to get used to cold food or orders that just don't make it. I've done Instacart orders where the tip is meh, meh. It's all right, but And then nobody takes it, nobody takes it, nobody takes it. So Instacart starts adding a buck or two to the order itself until it reaches that I'll take it place, right? And so sometimes they take those orders. It's okay. I try to kill them with kindness. So anyway, that's just that's just the way that I go. I do my gig work. I'm in my 70s. I'm I guess you could say I'm, partly retired, even though I do this every single day from 6 a.m. on, sometimes at 3 in the morning for CVS that's only open in one place on the Cape and you have to drive. But anyway, I have another tale. Yesterday, I got an order, and I could tell by the address that it's where the private jets are. And we, of course, have a lot of them on Cape Cod because the wealth is so abundant. Anyway, the lady putting together the order for this private jet, she ordered Evian water, don't you know? And so the only Evian water did not come in the size that she wanted. It only came in the 1 liter sizes, you know. And so it's an airplane. So I could tell that, you just want little single serves of everything. So I found a little single serve of Fuji, and I substituted. And I get back the snarky text. You do know that this is a private jet, and we don't serve water of that standard. As opposed to me delivering the tea kettle to the the New York Jets jet, right? So anyway, so I emailed her back and I said, I'm sorry, I was just trying to accommodate you. I thought Fuji was up there and expensive. I mean, it's not Poland Springs, it's not Pure Life, it's not store brand, but apparently Evian is one step up. So anyway, I think she realized her snottiness because she did text and apologize and said, she was just trying to accommodate the people on the jet, and I understand. And so I said, I understand. It's frustrating because you want what you want. Now, anyway, it's nothing but Evian for these customers, but the standard of snacks, I guess, is standard in American ways. It had Pringles and Cheez-Its and Skinny Pop. So I was just like tickled with this because it's just like, it's so funny. They have to have the precocious water, of course, but they got to have their little single serve Pringles. Doesn't it just, I mean, I just love this job. It never ceases to amaze me with how certain people can be. And then there's the wonderful ones. When I do a shop for somebody, the ones that are like me, that are just like regular people that just appreciate the luxury service and reward and tip, they're my favorite. When I grew up, I worked in the 4 and 5 star hoity-toity restaurants in Provincetown where the what was he called? A sommelier with the wine and the, how it tastes and all that, and it was eye rolling for me. I couldn't wait to get back to the sports bar, pub burger, give me a Bud draft and a frozen mug, right? And so, I knew that's where the tips were. The tips were in the breakfast joints where they served you a plate that was this big for like $4.99, and there wasn't anything that wasn't on it. You got your grits, your home fries, your bacon, your ham, your eggs, your English muffin, your homemade muffin cut in half and grilled and all that lard on top of that fryer. Oh yeah. I love those places. And those are the sort of people that I love. Unfortunately, they so outweigh these pretentious people that live on islands and, expect the store to like just produce, this is for a private jet. Well, let me call the owner of Stop and Shop, who's like Dutch, right? And, make sure that this never happens again, right? It floors me. And it's like, in this world that we're living in, like the Diet Coke lady, it's like she got her caffeine-free Diet Coke, but not in the size that she wanted. It only came in, I think it was like 8 or 12 ounce size and not the 16.9, because there's a shortage out there. And she had a fit and she called Instacart and complained about me. And it's like, really? Really? I want you to see some of the stuff that I see, people with walkers and wheelchairs and like struggling, or people that, are all masked up in hazmat suits when they greet me at the door because they have COVID and they can't go anyplace. Come and see like what regular people are going through, little Missy, little princess. Remember The Princess and the Pea? It was like a little bedtime story when I was growing up, and it was about this little princess that was a snot, and they had to keep putting mattresses because there was a pea at the bottom underneath the first mattress, and she felt it, and so they had to keep adding mattresses until she didn't feel the pea under her mattresses. These princes and princesses are just amazing, And when Pedro was So anyway, Pedro finished. I read the comments, and one guy said, this guy Todd, the made up name, he said, and truly he comes from, and quote unquote, and Sons Company. Yep, yep, I get it. Anyway, just another silly little adventure to make you hopefully smile. Enjoy your coffee. I'm going to go get some more. It's time to suit up for the day. Still riding that wave. Enjoy your day, giggers. You are worth it. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah. Gig Life, Pearls of Wisdom. Bye bye for now.